Hello and welcome back to Fate Stay Night. My name is Maybe Dennis, and last time we tread over a lot of old ground. We wake up after being killed by Berserker, and we talk with Tosaka and talk with Saber about a lot of stuff. But then Saber's like, "Yeah, I remember Cult of Minaki, right?" And Shirou Emiya, she was like, "What? Tell me more about it." So we kind of go to the church to learn more about Emiya Kiritsugu from the priest himself. How they were basically mortal enemies. How Kiritsugu had his own moral compass, and he was actually following it despite all the heinous stuff he did, and how he became the man he is. And that was kind of the bulk of it. It was just what kind of person was Kiritsugu Emiya, and how Shirou sees him. And I don't really have much to say, since I apologize again. A lot of it was covering old ground, but it was unskippable, so I just assumed that it's necessary for this plot. But today we're going to continue with the Heaven's Feel route, and we're going to continue where we left off. So let's head into it. I leave the church. She reappears as soon as I exit, as if she's been waiting in the shadows. Right, one thing is that we did see Gilgamesh, and I don't know if they may have crossed paths or not, or if they know each other are here. Okay, that didn't grammatically make sense, but at the moment we don't have any indication of them interacting.
話は済みましたか、シロ。
ああ、親父がどんなマスターだったかも、アインツベルンとどんな関係だったかも聞いた。ついでに身の振り方も忠告されたよ。
He talked for a very long time.
おしゃべりだ。なんだかんだって世話焼かれちまった。
あの神父があなたに協力的だったのですか？
Wait, what? I thought he was kind of like the enemy. They were blinked a few times in bewilderment.
シロ、どうしました？やはり何か代償を求められたのですか？
What kind of deal did you make with this
どうして
devil?
私を呼ばなかったのです？危険が迫った時は呼んでほしいとあれほど言ったではないですか？
I must have been making an odd expression because Saber gets in my face and starts examining me. She's like, "There's no way he did this for free."
それで何をされたのですか、シロ？あなたの傷はまだ完治してはいない。少しの油断で昨夜の繰り返しになるのだとあなた自身も分かっているはずです。
I do love how Saber's super concerned, but at least this time it was purely information and we didn't get hurt. Saber gets even closer. Oh god, Shiro's gonna freeze up.
傷を見せてください、シロ。昨夜の傷は私にも責任がある。その責を返さないままあなたを死なせるわけにはいかない。私はまだサーバントとして一度もあなたの助けになっていないのです。こんなことで契約を破棄することなど許容できない。
Saber reaches for my shirt as if to tear it off. Oh my god, Saber, can we go home first? But rather than coming off as frightening, he's gonna start laughing. Oops, I couldn't hold the laughter in.
シロ。
Saber's hand stops. Her look of worry became a glare as she realizes what I'm thinking.
シロ、他者の動揺を楽しむのは良くない趣味だ。
Hey Shiro, that was mean. Even her indignation is amusing, and my cheeks start burning.
シロ。
いや、悪い。セイバーがあんまりにも慌てるもんだからびっくりしちまった。その嬉しい誤算というか、俺も間抜けだったっていうか。
嬉しい誤算ですか？何か含むものを感じますが、当然納得のいく説明をしてくれるのでしょうね。
Saber looks increasingly offended. She'd be right at home on the disciplinary committee at school. Do we have one? Who's in charge of it? I know she's sincerely giving me the what for, but it was just so sincere that I got a glimpse beneath her usual veneer. Alright.
私があなたの容体を見誤ったことがそんなに楽しいのですか？
We're still in the beginning, so we haven't really had the chance to see a vulnerable Saber at the moment. We have seen her weakened in a fight because of Berserker, but not worried or panicking or vulnerable.
すまん。正直に言うと嬉しい。今のセイバー、妙に元気だからな。
はい。私の体調に異常はありませんが、それが何か？
いや、そういうことじゃないんだ。なんというか、初めてセイバーの素顔を見たっていうか、セイバーがちゃんと女の子なんだって。
Wow, you're a girl.
よかった。
What? Saber flinches and takes a step back.
何を言うのです。サーバントに性別など関係ありません。私たちは敵を撃つだけの存在なのですから、そのようなことで喜ばれては困る。
I'm not sure if Saber is angry or exasperated, but she's giving me a withering look. Strangely, it doesn't bother me, I just keep grinning. Though she's a servant, beneath it all, she's also still human. I don't really know what the others are like, but she's the one I'm contracted with. She isn't just a familiar for fighting my battles. She just said that she hasn't helped me yet. I recall how she saved me from Lancer and how she tried to buy me time to get away from Berserker. She saved my life twice over, and she still thinks that she hasn't helped me. I gotta get that 100%.
何ですかその目は。マスターといえど、同すぎる言動は無視できません。シローがそれ以上おかしなことを言うのなら、私にも考えがありますが。
分かったからそんなに怒らないでくれ。単に俺と契約してくれたサーバントがセイバーでよかったってだけの話。
I like you, Saber.
何を言うのです。私はあなたに呼ばれただけだ。私の意思であなたと契約したわけではありません。私を選んだのは他ならぬあなたではないですか。
Dude, I had no idea what I was doing. I drew you through beginner's luck.
ただの偶然だけどな。だからまあ今はそれが悔しい。初めからちゃんと自分の意思でセイバーの手を取りたかった。
I extend my right hand to her. It's something I still haven't done yet. I had to make her a promise that I should have done from the beginning.
シロ。
ずいぶん遅れちまったけどいいかな。俺はこういうやり方しか知らない。
Saber wordlessly walks over to me and grasps my hand without hesitation. Her fingers are thin. I feel the firm touch of someone other than myself.
これから一緒に戦ってくれるか。俺にはセイバーの助けが必要だ。
私の誓いは変わりません。あなたの剣となるためにこの身は召喚されたのです。それに助けが必要なのはお互い様です。聖杯を手に入れるために私はあなたの力を借りる。あなたが信頼してくれるのなら、私はその心に見合う力を振るいましょう。
Through her handshake, I feel her warmth. Whatever unease I harbored is erased without a trace. It's been half a day since the night when this all started. For the first time, I finally feel like I have a true ally at my side. Aww. Tosaka who? He's the enemy. It's nighttime. We wait for nightfall, then head out into town. That's what Saber and I decide after discussing it. Like Kotomine said, I can't sense the other masters. Only Saber can detect her enemies, and only when she's physically near other servants. So the obvious course of action is to patrol the city on foot. It just happened to seem like a good idea to me, but Saber said that it was risky but certain choice. A master shouldn't stay holed up in his hideout. The Holy Grail War is a competition between masters, so they'll all do whatever they can to come in first place. To do that, servants search for opposing masters' hideouts, while masters set up traps for each other. And everyone exposes themselves to a degree while doing that. Servant or master, they still need magical energy to operate. Even if I can't sense other mages, I can at least sniff out traces of their spent energy. If I canvass the city looking for those traces, then I might find clues leading to other masters. Of course, that requires me to offer myself as bait. Like Father Kotomine said, it's the only thing I can do. We'll start our patrols tonight. Saber insists that I stay home while she patrols the town, but I countered that we were supposed to be fighting side by side. After a long and fruitless argument,
わかりました。では、必ず私と共に行動すると約束してください。夜中、一人では決して外に出ることはしないと誓えますか?
Finally, Saber gave in. Yay, we get to go on a night date with Saber! Sakura, who? Now then, decide our plan of action, so there are 2 more problems left to address.
シロ、先ほども説明しましたが、私は余分な魔力は使えません。今夜出陣を控えているのなら、なおさらです。
ああ、できる限り眠って魔力の消費を抑えるんだろ。
Don't worry, this is the cooking route. If you don't get magical energies, you'll at the very least get calories.
俺からの魔力提供がないセイバーは自分だけで肉体を維持しなくちゃいけない。セイバーの1日の魔力回復量が8だとすると、肉体維持に必要な魔力は6。 で、余剰の2が貯められる貯金になる。通常の戦闘で消費する魔力は、うまく温存すれば10ぐらいだっけ？
That means we need to one battle every 5 days, please.
こちらが一度も傷を負わず鎧を破損しない限りはそうです。ですが同格な英霊相手ではそのようなことはありえません。白風に言うのならランサーとの戦いに50、バーサーカーとの戦いに至っては200ほど魔力を消費しました。
And I only get 2 per day? 2 points? Lancer stabbed her in the chest, but then Berserker tore her stomach open. Recovering from that much damage clearly took a lot of magical energy. Or so I thought,
肉体の
but...
治癒にはそう魔力を使いません。むしろ破壊された鎧の修復の方が大きい。私の魔力はその大半を守りに固定していますから。
is how it is, apparently.
鎧も体の一部なんだっけ？肉体の維持と鎧の維持は同意なわけだ。鎧を脱いでいるのは魔力の維持のためなんだよな。
はい。ですが他のサーバントにその必要はないでしょう。私は霊体になれないので武装を解除するしかありませんが、ランサーやアーチャーは非戦闘時に霊体になることでマスターへの負担を減らしているはずです。
Unlike Lancer and Archer, they don't wear armor, they just wear some really, really tight spandex.
なるほどなるほど。下ごしらえはこんなんでいいかな？
シロー、食事を用意してもらえるのは助かりますが、
Hey, 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 I'm
少
listening,
々
I'm
緊張感
listening.
に欠けるとは思いませんか？
ね？いや、そんなことはないけど。
Okay, not entirely, but I don't exactly feel like I'm in danger at this very moment. I was surprised to hear Saber's condition after we came home and had our strategy meeting. Without any extra magical energy from me, it takes all of Saber's power just to exist. That doesn't sound like she's in any shape to fight at all, but when I brought it up...
なあ、セイバー。もう一度聞くけど、お前の今の魔力量っていくらだっけ？
白風に言うのなら1000ほどですが。
How much magical? She has 1,000 points. Okay. Well, that's just crazy. She still has that much in the tank even after spending 200 on Berserker. And that's Saber on a bad day. It terrifies me to imagine how much power she might have with the proper mage backing her up. Clearly, it would be a number beyond imagination. It'd be stupid to even ask how many multiples of me that would be. I think I'm finally starting to understand why Tolsaka calls Saber the best servant. But Berserker's the strongest in the
緊張
world.
感もなくなる。敵は6人しかいないってのに、そんだけの魔力があれば怖いものなしじゃないか。
それはただ戦うだけの場合です。先ほども言いましたが、宝具の使用には莫大な魔力を必要とします。今の私では宝具の使用は厳しい。そのために少しでも魔力を温存しなくてはならないのです。
Saber's upset. Aww. I'm not sure if it's because her incompetent master is a burden to her, or if it's because I'm not letting her get a good night's rest.
魔力の温存は分かったよ。けど、
We
人
need
間食事も大切だろ。
food.
昼は余り物で済ませちまったから、夕飯はちゃんと食べてくれ。
Once Saber gets a
寝るのは
bite,
その後でいいじゃないか。
she's gonna want food all the time, even though she doesn't eat it. We already know.
いいでしょう。元より私もたやすく宝具を使う気はありません。この話はあなたがもう少しサーバントというものを実感してからにします。
Looking at the little displeased, Saber politely takes a seat at the dining table, her posture perfect. Good, good. I'm glad she's willing to hear me out. Anyway, that's enough about our magical energy problem for tonight. It isn't something that we have a solution for, so the next step is to get a firm grasp on our situation. And...
しかしシロ、先ほど問題が2つあると言いましたが、あと1つは何なのですか？
ああ、もうすぐ来る。口裏はさっき合わせた通りにやってくれ。
Is Sakura coming over? Sakura! I start chopping the daikon radishes and throw them into the wok. Or is it it's probably Fujimura because Sakura wasn't supposed to come today. Huh? Saber tilts her head quizzically. And then...
シロ、晩ご飯作ってるかな？
Okay, I know Tadayama is not necessarily we're back, but in the English they said we're back. That's implying multiple people. So is it both her and Sakura?
お邪魔します、先
It
輩。
is. I thought she wasn't gonna come over for the weekend. Maybe I just haven't misunderstood how many days went by. Oh, well, a pair of familiar voices ring out from the house entrance. Senpai has a girl home. Oh no. The silence is painful. As I expected, Fujine and Sakura take one look at Saber and then fix me with a laser-hot glare.
今日からうちに下宿することになったセイバーだ。よろしくしてやってくれ。
That's all the explanation I give. Nobody objects, which makes the silence feel that much more pointed. You don't even drink the tea to avoid making a sipping sound, leaving the hot tea to go cold. But we'll never get anywhere at this rate. At least this time he knows that Saber is technically an acquaintance of Kiritsugu. I'll just need to screw up my courage and press on.
とにかく親父を訪ねてきたんだから帰ってもらうわけにはいかないだろ。観光に来ただけだからそう長くは滞在しないっていうし、離れを使ってもらうから問題ないと思うし。
More silence. Oh, it's awkward. Saber's like, I don't want to be here. The quiet stretches on. By the way, I can understand Fujine and Sakura's reaction, but why does Saber look so surprised?
まあ桐次さんの知り合いなら仕方ないか。外国に親戚がいるとか言ってたし、セーバーさんもしっかりしているようだし、私は反対できないかな。
I'm just imagining Sakura's like, no, Tiger, this is supposed to be my route. Why are you letting Saber stay here? No!
藤村先生、それは。ごめんね。さくらちゃんの気持ちはわかるけど、ここは桐次さんの家だから。それにさ、外国からここを頼りにしてきた子をほっぽり出したら日本の恥でしょ。
For the sake of Japan.
最近は物騒なんだから、こんな可愛い子を追い出せないわよ。
We can't let our image get ruined, so we must let Saber stay.
それはそうですけど、先輩はそれでいいんですか？
ああ、元からそのつもりだ。セイバーにはしばらくうちにいてもらう。さくらはセイバーが下宿するのは反対か？い
え、お知り合いの方が住むのはいいと思います。けど、そのセイバーって。
まあ変わった名前だろ。名前通り不愛想だけどいいやつなのは保証する。あんまり日本に慣れてないんでおかしなところもあるけど、さくらが教えてくれると助かる。
So, at this point, I think I might have already mentioned this, but we already know that the Matos are a family of mages. So Sakura, even if she isn't a magician, she should know about it. And she should know about the Holy Grail War, which is why she panicked when she saw that Shirou had a mark on his arm. That being said, she's probably aware of what Saber truly is. Sakura nods meekly, not meeting Saber's eyes. Does she not like Saber because she's a foreigner? Wow, I can't believe Sakura's racist. Anyway, it's time for dinner. I put a lot of effort into dinner to make up for lunch, and because it's Saber's welcome meal. The meal begins with a tuna tataki. I don't know what that is. A tuna tataki salad and fried chicken with a mildly spicy scallion sauce. It's followed by a somewhat standard main course of beef and potato stew, accompanied by an assortment of deep fried tempura featuring fluffy shrimp. It's definitely a splurge without any clear program on the menu, but it seems poorly received by both the guest of honor and my apprentice. Ah, no! They're just not in the mood for eating. Trust me, it's good. It's good. Trust.
うわ、何この天ぷら。中がホクホクで美味しいとかいう話じゃないよ。どうしてくれるのよ、シロ。私普通のエビさん見直しちゃった。
Yeah, Tiger. Thanks for actually enjoying my food. Well, on the other hand, Fujine enjoys the meal enough for the four of us. Man, this mood is killing my appetite. Thanks to her good humor, dinner ends without incident. I even got to see Fujine's offer Saber some of her own food, which isn't common at all. She seems to have taken a shine to her taciturn house guests, which is something I ought to have seen coming. Fujine leads Saber off to prep her bedroom in the guest room. All that means we're alone with Sakura. Sakura and I stay behind to clean up after dinner. We divide up the tasks as usual.
食器は俺が洗うから、さくらはテーブル周りを頼む。と、天ぷら油はまだ捨てなくていい。蓋して奥にしまってくれ。重いけど大丈夫か？
I need this oil to fry stuff tomorrow because I know I'm gonna have to fry a lot of stuff for this foreigner.
はい、大丈夫ですよ。 私こう見えても力持ちなんですから。
He's strong. He picks up the pot with a small huff of exertion. She can pull a bowstring after all, so I wouldn't have to worry. Yeah, I did archery for a little bit. Like, it's actually quite a workout, especially like pulling the string. That's the main part that feels like a workout, because sometimes it can go up to like really huge weights. You like weightlifting weights. Like sometimes more. Sometimes you have a 60-pound bow that you have to pull back. It's not easy.
まあ弓だって力だけで引くわけじゃないけどな。
I wash the dishes to the sound of splashing water. Then,
あれ先輩、タオルが減ってますよ。ペーパータオルも空っぽだし、いつもと食器の置き場所も違ってます。
huh.
どれどれ？あって、本当だ。なんだろう。泥棒でも入ったのか。
Oh, it's probably freaking Tosaka cleaning up the pieces of Emiya as he dies. It's like, man, I had to use this entire roll of paper towel to just soak up all the blood.
タオル専門の窃盗犯というのは難しいですね。
I don't know, I'm just imagining Sakura breaking in like, oh my god, this is Senpai's rag.
だな。そんな泥棒は泥棒じゃない。
Dishes not in their proper place. An empty paper towel roll. Several missing kitchen towels. Finally, the dots connect to my head.
そうか。
Oh
父さん
shit.
がいたんだ。
Oh no. Oh no. Sakura's like, oh my god, more girls. I slapped my fist into my palm in realization. Tosaka took care of me after I collapsed during the berserker fight. I must have used whatever linens were on hand to treat me.
先輩、遠坂って遠坂先輩のことですか？
I was gone for 2 days. How did you bring 2 girls back home?
ああ、ちょっとした縁で家に上がってもらったんだ。
And she stole my rags.
そのつまんないドジで怪我しちまってさ、偶然通りがかった遠坂が親切にも手当てしてくれたんだよ。さすが我が校の誇る優等生、慈愛に満ちてるってもんだ。
What did you need first aid for? Of course, I didn't mean the last half of it at all. She's very different, actually. Whatever fantasies I had of Tosaka died last night. To my deep regret, Rin Tosaka, the star student and idol of my high school life, was wiped away yesterday. Damn it.
どうして遠坂先輩がここに来るんですか？そんなのおかしいです。だって全然関係ない。ここにいるのは私で、先輩とあの人は全然関係ないのに、どうして？
She's like, why? I thought I spent 4 years visiting you, trying to be best girl. But she just already got here, wow. Sakura suddenly goes still, looking downcast. It's so sudden, I don't know what to say. She's hugging herself as if she's trying to hold in some anxiety. Oh, it is what it is. Alright, it's nighttime. Oh my god, that freaking OSC just kicked in real loud. The lighting dims once I'm outside. It's 11 p.m. Saber and I leave just as the city starts to fall asleep.
ではシロ、とりあえずこの町の中心に向かうのですか？
Sakura's condition didn't improve after cleaning up dinner. In fact, she looked worse. She didn't have much energy and was spacing out like she had a fever. But she didn't want me to walk her home and asked Fujine to take her back instead.
それともあちらの町に行ってみますか？他のマスターが潜んでいる可能性はあちらの方が高そうですが。
Come to think of it, Sakura had looked off in the last 2 days. It looked like she isn't feeling well, or maybe she's scared of something.
シロ、もし聞いているのですか？シロ、シロ、今夜の方針を聞いているのです。
I'm sorry, what would you say? Huh? I looked up in surprise. Saber's pouting in front of me. Aww.
気が緩んでた。これからどうするかだな、セイバー。
分かっているのなら繰り返す必要はありませんね。
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
どちらの町にも言えることですが、地脈の流れにわずかな支障が起きています。他のマスターが行動を起こしているのは間違いないでしょう。選択次第では今夜中に一人減らせる。
So, I hate to make you repeat yourself, Saber. Well, what are our choices again?
いきなりマスターと戦うかもしれないってことか。けど もし相手があの子だったらどうするんだ？
Three letters. R-U-N. Run!
バーサーカーには勝てないんじゃないのか？
マスター、今の私は万全です。魔力提供がないとはいえ、5体満足ならばオイソルと破れることはありません。
Berserker's like, alright, time to chop off those limbs.
まあ相手がイリアスフィールの場合のみ撤退することになるでしょう。バーサーカーの宝具が何であるか、それを見極めるまでこちらも宝具が使えませんから。
Saber is only cautious of Berserker. He doesn't mention any other possible encounters like Tosaka. Tosaka is just an enemy that needs to be defeated. To me though, the others need to be stopped, not defeated.
セイバー、確認するが、マスターとサーバントが降伏した時は戦いをやめる。俺の方針はレイジを使い切らせてマスターでなくすことだ。本当にそれでいいな？
分かっています。ですがシロ、敵がこちらの申し出を受け入れないのであれば、その時は。
ああ、その時は聖杯戦争のルールに従う。
We'll fucking kill all
マスター
them.
として戦う以上、その終わりは受け入れているはずだ。
Shirou really said, if you don't like my rules, we'll have to go by these rules. We started down a nearby road. Should you patrol nearby Miyama or Shinto across the bridge tonight? Oh, okay, so we actually do have choices here. I don't really know what difference it'll make, so I'll start from top to bottom. We'll secure our home
こ
turret.
っちを見て回る。ここのところ様子がおかしいし、足元を
I
救
feel
わ
like
れる
that
前
does
に
make more
調べてみよう。
sense. Actually, let's check the flowchart. Oh, we got saber point for that. I wonder if we're gonna get any points on this one then. Alright, I guess we'll find out.
同感です。目に見えてわかるような異常はないでしょうが、丁寧に見回れば手がかりは得られるはずです。
Let's check out the nearby neighborhoods first. We hit down the intersection and patrol the European-style neighborhoods. If we don't find anything, then we can just move on to Shinto and look for clues there. After doing a circuit of the neighborhoods, we return to the intersection. There's nothing out of ordinary in our area. All that's left is to search the hill on the European side, and we can go as far as the Rito Temple if we want to expand our search area. Oh shit! Huh? A sudden chill runs up my spine.
セイバー、
There's actually a woman who screamed. Saber looks in the direction of Shinto. He must have better senses than me. Damn it, I should have gone to Shinto! Whatever I'm sense is fading, but it was unmistakably a scream accompanied by a strong wave of magical energy. I knew it. It's the entire reason we're looking outside. But why won't my brain work? I told myself I was ready to fight. Any hesitation disappeared the moment I risked my life. But now my body won't listen to my brain. It's too soon. I never expected that we hit the mark on the first day. I can't move. I may be used to being attacked, but I'm not used to going on the attack. I'm such an idiot. I kept saying that I was ready to die, but I never thought about killing anyone else.
悲鳴がやみました。感じ取れた気配に消えかけています。何が起きたかは分かりませんが、このままでは襲われた者は助からないでしょう。
Saber's like, you're too slow. They are already dead. Fuck! Then it passes. My frozen brain and paralyzed limbs move again. The fear of watching someone die drives away. The fear of an imminent battle and of life and death.
セイバー、
I break into a sprint, apologizing for my own spinelessness. I dash towards the source of the stream and the battle that left such an ominous magical energy. I'm not ready. My legs are shaking even as I run. That's the correct response. But I lack the will to fight, to want the Holy Grail for myself. Then that fear will inevitably come for me.
なんて間抜けだ。大バカ野郎が。
He basically said, I'm ready for this war. I'm not ready, oh my god! That's right. If I had a reason to fight, then I should have embraced it first. If Shirou Emiya is facing those armed with wishes for the Holy Grail, then he needs to confront and erase these fears with a wish to stop the fighting. I'm legit kind of surprised. Actually, in the flowchart... Oh! I spoiled myself. Alright. We're going back. Okay, let's try going to Shinto. Okay, if we look at the flowchart... Oh, balls. There are no points here. But I feel like thematically going to Shinto is right. Though technically we wouldn't know that there was someone screaming in Shinto. So this is probably the best choice for just the set up our defenses before going on the offense. But I'll have to redo that later for the saber point. We should patrol Shinto where there are more people. The priest told me to fight if I want to prevent victims. I'm an untrained mage, so I have no choice but to take Saber with me and call the other masters out. I don't think Kotomine tricked me into it, but I can't think of any other way to go on about this other than to use myself as bait.
シントに行こう。物騒なことを企んでいるマスターがいるとしたら、こっちよりあっちの方がやりやすいだろうからな。
わかりました。それでは隣町に向かいましょう。
I'm well aware that we'll be exposed to danger in Shinto. I need to be prepared for the possibility that I might die doing this. If I'm determined to fight, then I can't make the same mistake that I made with Lancer. I might be new to all this, but I've been trying to teach myself to think like a mage. I steel myself as we walk, just like I do when I insert pseudo nerves of a magic circuit into my back. We spent about an hour patrolling Shinto. There isn't anything out of the ordinary as far as I can see, and Saber doesn't sense any servants.
シントに異常はなしか。これだけ無防備に歩き回ってれば何か反応があると思ったんだが。
I chastise myself for being so naive. Felt like I might have known a better way to scout the area.
いいえ、マスターの行動自体は正しい。失点があるとしたら、シロウの技量が考えについてこなかっただけでしょう。
Oh, you forgot that you have a skill issue.
夜の巡回は決して無駄ではありません。今夜は手応えがありませんでしたが、積み重ねていけば何らかの成果が上がるはずです。
まあそうだといいんだが。
It hurts, realizing that I'm the one holding us back.
深山町に戻ろう。シントがダメなら次は地元を見て回ろう。
そうですね。シロウの意気込みは買いますが、やはり初めは足場の確認をしなければ。
We should secure our own territory first. You hear that? We return to Miyama. There's no sign of any pedestrian or vehicles on the bridge. Across the bridge with Saber in the quiet night. And then, I knew it. Huh? In the next moment, a terrible chill assails my back and I hear a scream.
近い。セバ、これ。
サーバントの気配です。場所はすぐ下の公園のようですが。
We are already there. My heart rate rises. I knew it. It's the entire reason we're looking around outside. But why won't my brain work? I'm freezing up again. Oh my god, I told myself I was ready to fight. Any hesitation disappeared the moment I risked my life. But now my body won't listen to my brain. I'm sick to my stomach at how soft I am. Whatever conviction I thought I had doesn't manifest. I went to Shinto to fight. Well, I was mistaken to think I was prepared for this. I'm not used to fighting and my body isn't responding like I wanted to. That's right. Going out to do battle and getting attacked means killing the enemy before they kill me. I can't move. I may be used to being attacked, but I'm not used to going on the attack. I'm such an idiot. I kept saying I was ready to die, but I never thought about killing anyone else.
マスター、指示を。何が起きたかは分かりませんが、敵はすぐ近くにいる。あなたの指示次第では、悲鳴を上げた人間を助けることもできるはずです。
I tried to read that as fast as I could because it was the same thing, but like it just made Shirou seem more panicked. Maybe it's safe to Saber his calm voice. My frozen brain and paralyzed limbs awkwardly start to move again. It's just like, I can see them. They're right there. We went to Shinto for a reason. The fear of watching someone die drives away the dread of an imminent battle of life and death. I break into the dash, apologizing for my own spinelessness. Heading towards the source of the stream in the battle that left such an ominous magical energy. I'm not ready. My legs are shaking even as I run. That's the correct response. If I lack the will to fight, to want the Holy Grail for myself, then that fear will inevitably come for me. That's right. If I had a reason to fight, then I should have embraced it first. If Shirou Emiya is faced with those armed wishes for the Holy Grail, then he needs to confront and erase this fear with the wish to stop the fighting. Alright, we've arrived back in this park. But we're gonna reload the other save. I'll be right back. Alright. I make a straight dash for the park without looking back. The leaking magical energy is huge and incredibly repulsive. It's like an oil spill in the middle of a clear stream. Even I can sense a power as dense as this. Saber halts. Her eyes grasp the situation faster than I can. I tremble. The feeling in my frenzied mind can only be described as revulsion and terror. It was like seeing a vampire out of folktales. A black-clad woman with has her mouth on the neck of an unconscious woman, biting, sucking. Drops of flesh, red blood fall from her lips. Oh, fresh red blood. Whoops! It was eating a person. I don't mean that it was chewing on their flesh. The woman in black was sucking on a person's entire being, her victim's mind and memories. The victim doesn't even twitch. It's as if the woman getting her life sucked out of her by the minute has been turned into a living doll. It's a vampire. I can't come up with any words. I'm not surprised that the vampire-like thing is a servant. There is an unmistakably human figure watching the woman in black from behind.
Hey.
Oh, I wasn't
すごいな。お前の間の悪さもここまで来ると長所だね。
I definitely wasn't spoiled by the preview image in the flowchart, yes.
Shinji, お前
My head grinds to a halt. I can't figure out what's happening. I can't make a clear decision. What is he doing here? What's that book in his hand? I'm just going out for a nighttime stroll, reading my new fancy book in a language I don't understand. How can he laugh when someone's dying? How is this absurd situation happening in front of me?
どうした？何固まってるんだエミヤ。サーバントの気配を嗅ぎつけてやってきたんだろ。ならもっとちゃんとしろよ。一応さ、バカなお前にも分かりやすいように演出してやったんだぜ。
Look at this bitch thinking he's hot shit. Shinji's familiar voice doesn't sound very familiar at all. It's strangely high-pitched. There's something utterly repugnant about it.
殺したのかお前
My hands balls into a fist. I don't even look at the servant in front of Shinji. My mind is frozen. Something far stronger than me, a servant I should do everything in my power to flee from, is right in front of me, and it doesn't feel threatening at all. My rational mind has gone out the window.
はあ？殺したのかって。バカだねお前。サーバントの餌は人間だろ？なら結果は一つじゃないか。まあ僕もどうかと思うけど仕方ないだろ。こいつらは生しか口に合わないってんだ。サーバントを維持するには魔力を与え続けるしかない。お前だって手頃な獲物を探してたんじゃない？
damn. He's like, you're also a terrible person, right? No! There we go. This is a preview image, I think. Let me double check. Yep. All right. The black-clad servant doesn't move. So we get to see Ryder first thing this time. That being said, I believe Ryder is actually the only servant we never got the true name of in the past two routes. So I'm sure we'll find out her true name this route. It's like a well-trained attack dog. One that won't act without orders. A doll that won't even move without orders from its master. But once that order comes down, it becomes the devil that will murder without hesitation.
Okay.
I stand in front of the attack dog and give my warning. There's no time. If I hurry, I might be able to save this woman.
はあ？どけって何さ？それ、もしかして僕に言ってるのかい？エミヤ。はっ、お断りだね。食い残しが欲しいんなら手を出せよ。それはお前の使い魔だろ。ほら、戦わせてみようぜエミヤ。僕はサーバント同士の戦いが見たくて人を呼んだんだ。お前だってマスターだろ。なのにブルブル震えてさ。そんなんじゃそこの女と変わらないじゃないか。
Wow, he's like, man, you're not even moving. You might as well be that corpse that we just sucked the blood out of. Wow. And no, I don't want to see more servants fighting. Every time I see servants fight, I almost fucking die.
引く気はないんだ
I died once, actually.
Shinji.
I died twice, actually. I died to Lancer after seeing Archer and Lancer fight. I didn't die when I saw Lancer and Saber fight. And I basically died when I saw Berserker and Saber fight. So yeah, 2 out of 3 is not a good track record.
しつこいな。どかしたかったら力ずくでやれよ。ま、もっとも震えてる分には構わないぜ。どのみちお前にはここで痛い目に遭ってもらうんだからね。
Oh wait, come to think of it, I don't think Shirou knows that the Makiris are the Matos. He's heard a lot about Makiri, but he doesn't. They're not the same name as Mato, and he's personally met the Matos, but he hasn't actually mentioned anything about them. I think we learned about it in like the other routes. If not, then I kind of fucked up. But yeah, Shinji's eyes burn with animosity, as if taking that as a signal. The black-clad servant sinks into the ground and whoosh. Hello. I got my armor with me. Woo. Saber steps forth to meet the ghastly attacker. two shadows collide. In an instant, Saber is fully armed and intercepting the other servant with her invisible sword. Steel clashes against steel. Saber, with a firmly placed stance, faces down a bounding, whirly servant. She can't keep up her opponent's speed, so she plants her feet and solidifies her guard. The enemy's long hair whips through the air, hounding her cautious prey.
なんだ、ただのデクノボーじゃないか。マスターが三流ならサーバントも三流だったな。
Oh boy, you have no idea what you're in for, boy. Like me, Shinji backs away from the fight, cackling all the while. I don't know why he became a master, but he doesn't seem to be a mage. Shinji isn't doing anything to support his servant, which means he might be someone who coincidentally became a master, like me. After taking several dagger strikes, Saber's feet stop. Her face looks pained, its tinge of something resembling irritation at the agile opponent's harrying her.
いいよ。構わないから決めちゃえライダー。じいさんの言いつけは守ったんだ。エミヤのサーバントを始末するぐらい不可抗力さ。
Okay, so what were your instructions? But here we get to see that, at least Shirou gets to learn that their, the Mato grandfather is actually someone very involved with the magic world, because Shinji followed his grandfather's orders in order to participate in this. The dark shadow gets faster. Ryder obeys her master's command, accelerating and aiming to take Saber's head. As she begins her strike, the shadow is cut down the middle. The fight was decided in an instant. Saber's sword finds Ryder's body, sending the servant streaking through the air. It's as magnificent as sending a sandbag flying with the bat. The batter in this case is Saber, while the sandbag is Ryder. Skill issue. Did you say third rate? She didn't even... I guess neither of them actually without their noble phantasm, but still. The tension in the air changes. Shinji stares at the wounded Ryder in shock.
嘘だろ。
He's like, wait, what? What? This is day one. How did you lose? Oh my god, Saber had a I'm not impressed face. Astonished, I watch as Saber lowers her sword with a bored expression. She's bored.
なんだよ。何やってんだよ、お前。
It's like, recovering from Lancer took 50 points. Fighting Berserker took 200 points. Beating Ryder? Priceless. It took 0 points. It was free. He's giving her an earful. Shinji runs over to Ryder and screams at her. She's sprawled on the ground, her belly cut open.
誰がやられていいなんて言ったんだ。信じられない。こんなの命令違反だ。この僕がマスターになってやったのに、エミヤのサーバントなんかにやられやがって。
So you know I said we're gonna find out Ryder's name. Maybe we won't because she's gonna die in day one. Ryder does her best to rise out of the pool of blood, but she can't stand. She's taking a critical wound. Why is there static? Even if she's a servant, she won't survive long unless she gets treated soon.
このさっさと立って戦え死人。どうせ生きてないんだ。傷なんてどうでもいいんだろう。何グズグズしてるんだよこのクズ。恥かかせやがって。これじゃ僕の方が弱いみたいじゃないか。
You know what? I'm gonna look at like the servant thing. So Saber masters Shirou, Lancer master is as we know Kotomine, Archer has Rin, Rider has Shinji, Caster has Soichiro, Assassin has Caster, which is weird. Berserker has Ilya. I was kind of wondering like who has it the worst in terms of masters. I know Caster killed her original master, and then as she was trying to survive, she ended up like clinging on to Soichiro, which is why, even though it's a very irregular combination, since Soichiro is just a normal in quotes dude, but non-magical dude, he's still able to be a master. But like, yeah, I feel like Ryder for sure, from what we understand at this moment, is the most unfortunate servant. Like, where's her luck stat? It's D? No, man, Lancer's is E, but like, if you already consider her master, actually no, Lancer's master literally told him to freaking kill himself, so maybe his luck is E. But Ryder's master being Shinji is like even worse than our situation, because we know Shinji doesn't have any magical energy, so she's not getting shit from Shinji. In addition to that, she gets severely mistreated by Shinji too. While at Saber, she doesn't really get much energy from Shirou, or any at all, but at the very least there's this form of respect that each party has for each other. while Shinji is just a complete dick. So even though like at one point the game was glazing her for having an A+ noble phantasm, she was the first one out in the Fate route for a reason, because, you know, wait, was she the first one out in the UBW route? Because she got off-screened. So like, she's just a very unfortunate servant. Yeah. And now she got beat again. Shinji verbally abuses Ryder. Saber doesn't approve.
ライダーを責める前に自身を責めればいい。いかに優れた英霊であろうと、主に恵まれなければ進化を発揮できないのだからな。
Oh!
バカ！早く立てって言ってるだろ。マスターを守るのがお前たちの役割なんだ。勝てないんなら体を張って食い止めろよな。
言っておくが、それも無駄だ。レイジを使ったところで貴様にライダーは直せない。死にかけのライダーをレイジで酷使したところで私を防ぐ盾にもなるまい。
I love how Shinji's like, come on, at least be a meat shield. And then Shiro's like, did you say become a meat shield?
ここまでだ。ライダーのマスター、我が主の言葉に従い、聞きたくはないが降伏の意志を尋ねる。レイジを破棄し、敗北を認めるか。
He's just like, I can't be out on day one. What the fuck?
うるさい！化け物が偉そうに命令するな！立てライダー、お前の主人は僕だろ。犬のくせに主人の言いつけが聞けないってのか？
Oh god. Sparks dance. Ryder writhes in pain as blue-white lightning wrecks her body, punishing her for failing to comply with Shinji's command. What an awful cycle. Ryder's in no condition to fight anymore, but Shinji's command punishes her for being unable to stand up. Her wounds deepen and Ryder draws closer to her death. Saber reaches for Shinji. Yeah, just fucking kill him.
立て！動けライダー！どうせ死ぬんならこいつを道連れにして消えやがれ！
Ryder reacts to Shinji's order. Her body begins to move, her death ever more certain. Then,
そこまでだ。どうやらお前では宝の持ち腐れだったようじゃな、シンジ。
one thing I do want to mention is that I actually distinctly remember the scene in the anime movie. And what happens is they actually decide to take place not in this park, but in an alleyway. And Shinji, as he was talking shit, I don't remember what kind of strike it was, but Ryder just gets fucking like blasted into the wall and just gets KO'd. And he's like, wait, what? Oh man, I did forget some of the details. Like I completely forgot his grandfather shows up here. I was like thinking, how's he gonna get out of this? Because I remember, well, I'm not gonna say much, but I did remember something. But I did not remember the grandfather. A wizened voice interrupts attention. Something roars into flame.
本が燃える！
He's like, man, I had zero expectations, but you still managed to disappoint me. The book Shinji was holding is on fire.
なんで？くそ！消えろってば！なんで燃えてんだよこいつ！
He tries to smother it, but it's too late. The book is burned to ashes. Oh, the book burns to ashes. In that same instant, Ryder disappears without a trace. Is she fucking dead?
やれやれ、見込みはないと思っていたが、よもやこれほどとはな。孫可愛さで目をかけてやったが、これでは見切らざるを得ぬわ。
Where was he lurking all this time? The old man Zoken Mato seems to have suddenly crept out of the darkness.
おじいさま？今のは
わし以外に誰がおるのだ、バカ者。せっかくのサーバントを殺しかけおって、それでも我が血脈の後継者か。
Okay, so Ryder's not dead yet. He said you nearly got your servant killed, but he didn't.
なんで邪魔したんだよ！勝てばいいんだろ？勝てば！僕はマトウの後継ぎなんだ。こんな奴らに負けるなんて許されないって分かってたのに。
Shinji scrambles over the old man as if clinging to his feet. Now that he's lost Ryder and he's been cornered by us, he has no choice but to rely on his old man. And yet...
知れ者め。
Oh my
お前
god.
のような出来損ないに勝利など求めておらぬが、その身に求めたものはな、無力でありながらも挑む我らの誇りじゃ。
He's got his blackened eye there.
にもかかわらずこの体たらく。マキリの名に泥を塗り寄って、全く親子ともども一門の面汚しような。
Okay, there we go. Sorry, I'm sorry if I kind of spoiled it, but I think we already knew. It's been months so I forgot stuff from UBW and Fate. But yes, the Matos are the Makiris, and at least this is a moment for Shirou to actually make that realization.
僕が親父と同じだと？
たわけ、それ以下じゃ。無能であったお主の父は、さらに救いのない不良品を生みよった。
There's incompetent and then there's defective.
それでも構わぬと一縷の望みを抱いておったが、それもここまで。血筋ばかりか、精神まで腐らせおって。マトウの血はお前で終わり
Damn,
だ。
the Mato bloodline has ended with you. You're useless to me. The old man ignores Shinji and walks forward. Jaber shifts slightly backwards, as if repulsed by him.
なるほど。これではライダーが敗れるのも道理。さぞ名のある英霊とお見受けした。これほどのサーバント、過去の戦いにおいても一人現れたかどうか。
He's like, I see. Pretty strong. I'll give you that.
さて、となるとわしは死ななくてはなるまい。あのようなものでも血縁でな。この身に変えても命だけは救わねばならぬ。まっこと肉親の情とは命という。
Family love. Yes, yes. Of course. What a lovely OG-sama. I'm surprised. Apparently, he's trying to give Shinji a chance to escape. Is that why Zolkin's gonna face Saber and protect the cowering Shinji?
そら早々に立ち去れ。契約の書も燃え、マスターでなくなったのだ。ここを生き延びれば、こやつらもお主を襲うまい。父親同様、無意味な余生を送るがよい。
He literally just said, yeah, you're useless to me. Just fuck off and do whatever you want. Shinji slinks away from Saber's gaze, all while glaring at the old man. Saber doesn't give chase. He probably decided, for my sake, that Shinji isn't worth pursuing now that he's no longer a master. Huh. So, I mean, we have always took that book as the symbol for being Rider's master. But, you know, most people are supposed to have command spells, and apparently, I mean, I don't think we confirmed it, but we just assumed that they're in the book. He crawls away from the battleground. Once he reaches the park exit, he takes one last look back and runs off into the night. Gave Shirou the stink glare. I feel my stomach turn sour. The smell of rotten meat coming from somewhere.
は、みすみす見逃したか。なるほどなるほど。あのような小物、手にかけたところで剣が汚れるだけの話であったな。
Dude, look at his face. He's like, man, I can't get you, man. That guy was kind of a piece of shit, man. He wasn't even worth it, man. He's like, it's your grandson. He's like, I know, man. Saber keeps still, squarely facing the old man. It feels like she's trying to block him from looking directly at me.
セイバー、下がってくれ。そのじいさんとは顔見知りだ。
いけません。こ
Nope.
の男は人間ではない。話すことなどなく、
He's not
聞くこ
human.
ともないはずです。
分かってる。
I know he's
そ
not
れでも
human.
聞いておかなくちゃいけないことがあるんだ。頼む。すぐに済ませる。戦うかどうかはその後でセイバーが決めていい。
Saber backs up just slightly. She's giving me a chance to speak with him, but she isn't gonna let me pass.
それでどう説明してくれるんだあんた。
さて、ただ説明しろとはぶしつけな男よ。
Well, I did win and technically let your grandson escape.
質問は構わぬが、何を問うておるのかわからんのでは答えようがないぞ。
シンジのことだ。なんだってあいつがマスターになってたんだ。さっきの様子じゃあんたが担ぎ上げたように見えたが、どういうことだ。
は、何を尋ねるかと思えばそのようなこと。答えるまでもない。今お主が口にした通り、シンジをマスターに選んだのはわしだ。見ての通り、現役から引いて久しいのでな。
Yeah, can you see I'm really fucking old?
戦えぬわしは 孫にヒノキ部隊を譲ったというわけだ。
マスターを譲った？それはつまり。
Oh, he's the original master. It does explain that because, well, Shinji doesn't have any magical energy, so he shouldn't be the master.
お主と同じだ。エミヤの後継ぎよ。聖杯が現れると知り、わしではなく孫にサーバントと契約させたのだ。お主とて窓を極める血の末席。
Well, in one line, I was proven completely wrong.
己では叶わぬ夢を弟子に託す心情は理解できよう。
So, what? As a rule, only mages become masters. Is the old man saying that Shinji studied magecraft as a family tradition?
魔術師。マトウの家も魔術師の家系だっていうのか。
It's almost like you sullied the Makiri name.
知らなんだか。この土地には当社家とマトウ両家が根を張っておる。とはいえ、とうに我が血族は廃れておる。
And this is the part where Shiro's probably gonna ask about Sakura.
この土地の権利は名実ともに当社家のもの。マトウはかつての権利にすがって細々と生きているに過ぎんがの。
遠坂？じゃあ遠坂もあんたのことは知ってるのか？マトウの家が魔術師の家系だって。
当然であろう。我らと当坂はかつての同胞じゃ。儀式が争いに変貌してからはたもとを分かったが、共に対岸を抱いた同士、聖杯戦争に絡まぬところでは交友は続いておった。おお、確かキャツから小娘に代替わりしたのであったな。
Oh, yes, they let us adopt one of their daughters once.
ここ10年ばかり留守にしておったゆえ、キャツの弟子がどれほどの器かは見知らぬが。
He lets out a hearty chuckle. Zoken Mato laughs in amusement at whatever the Tosaka family must be feeling.
遠坂とかつての同胞だと言ったな。じゃあマトウの家は一番初めの聖杯戦争からここにいるのか？
もともとはマキリという。マトウと名を偽りこの国に根を下ろしたのだが、どうもそれが間違いだったようじゃ。この国の土は我らには合わん。この200年で血は薄れ、今ではあのような出来損ないが後継者という始末じゃよ。
I'm just imagining he's like, this Japanese blood has contaminated and diluted our glorious bloodline. It just reminds me of Joseph Joestar being, I'll never forgive the Japanese.
マトウ。
It was just a conversion of their old name, Makiri. Then if Shinji belonged to a mage family, Sakura.
いや何、ただの言葉遊びじゃよ。正体を隠すためだが、名というものは軽視できんのでな。偽りの名といえど、神明に通じていなくてはならん。
I don't care about that. There's only one thing I need to know.
じゃあさくらは？さくらもシンジと同じようにマスターなのか？
これはいいなこと。さくらがマスターだと。そのようなことはありえまいに。どうやらお主の父親はまともな教育をしなかったようじゃな。
Ooh, good thing Sakura has nothing to do with this.
ありえな
Nothing
い。
to do with this.
さくらに魔術師としての素養がないってことか？
それ以前の問題じゃ。そも魔術師の家系は一子相伝が基本。よほどの対価でなければ後継者以外に魔術を伝えることなどはありえぬよ。
I don't know how I feel about this. I can understand, like, I believe magic crests can only pass down from one person to one, because you're literally ripping out circuits from one person and handing off to the other. But, like, I feel like the arts should not be kept secret. But I guess the mage's ideal is that they have to be hidden. So, if you kind of have your magecraft be taught to multiple heirs, and that's going to slowly become more common over time, especially over generations. But if you only teach it from one to one, it ends up remaining consistent unless one family is unable to pass it down. Then it ends up becoming basically a dead end.
兄弟など最たるものだ。 後継ぎは2人もいらん。魔頭の名が廃れていなければ養子にでも出したのだが、魔術回路がないのではもらい手などおるまい。
じゃあさくらは。
シンジがマスターである以上、答えは明白である。後継者に選ばれなかった片割れは己の家が魔道であることも知らぬわ。まあ兄が使い物にならなければ妹をとも思っておったが、すでに勝敗は決した。今さら何も知らぬ孫を聖杯戦争
An
に駆り出
ignorant
すこともなか
grandchild,
ろう。
yes. I feel a sense of relief in my chest. Thank God. I was surprised to hear that Matos were a mage family, but the problem is Shinji being a master. Still, I can rest easy knowing that Sakura won't be involved in any death matches.
勝敗は決したと言ったな。それじゃあもうシンジは戦わないんだな。あんたも現役じゃなくて、さくらだって聖杯戦争に関係はないんだな。
うん。だがシンジがどう出るかはわしにも保証はできんぞ。
And if he tries to fight you again, feel free to kill him.
あれは魔術師というものに執念を抱いて
I wanna be a mage! I wanna!
身内の恥じゃが、魔頭の血はこの国に根付いてから薄れていった。その最後の後継者があれじゃ。もはやまったくだというのにどこで秀樹を紐解いたのか。あれは選ばれた人間などという重りを持ちながら、同時に生まれつき劣っているという凶悪観念を持って育ちよった。放任がたたったのだろうが、少年というものはなかなかに強制できん。このような明確な敗北を受けても諦められんのでは、手の施しようがない。
The old man's body shrinks. No, it just seems that way because he backed up without making a sound.
とも
Into
あ
the
れ、シン
shadows.
ジは敗れた。こたびの戦いは早々に我らの敗退となったが、それでもこの老体を切るかね。
Will you still cut
セ
down
イバ
this
ーのサーバー
powerless, useless old man who's just trying to save
そ
his
の言葉が
grandson?
真実ならば無益な戦いはしない。だがもし偽りなら次はない。それは貴殿の跡取りも同じこと。懲りずに我が主を狙うのならば、その時こそ容赦なく切り捨てよう。
Kill him!
しかと。
The old man disappears. I wonder what kind of trick he used to do that. So we know that Ryder is still alive because he said to Shinji, yes, you almost got your servant killed. Zoken Mato melts back into the darkness, not unlike the first way he appeared before us. All he leaves behind is a smell of rotting flesh. I pick up the fallen woman, fighting down a sense of disgust within my chest. Wait, oh, sorry. I thought he picked up Ryder, and I was like, wait, what? I forgot the Ryder attacked
教
someone.
会に行くぞセイバー。まだ間に合う。あいつならなんとかできるはずだ。
Back to the church, relying
承
on
知してい
him.
ます。女性は私が。
So, how many magical units did you use for that? I need to manifest my armor and my sword, so negligible.
おっと、そうか。すまん。頼む、セイバー。
Saber takes the woman and starts running. The situation calls for haste. Saber can take care of this. She's stronger than me. She's stronger than me. Even if she's smaller, I shouldn't let my pride get in the way.
先行します。
Attaboys,
離れ
Shirou.
ずについてきてください。
More important things than pride here. Saber races through the night. I run as fast as I can, trying not to get left behind. Okay. I'm ready to hear some organs. Nope. It's in the middle of the night, but the church is brightly lit. Saber hands the unconscious victim over to me in front of the church, and I take her inside. Kodami is like, this is like the third time I've seen you in 24 hours. What are you doing here? Okay, so Saber's still not entering the church. Note of that. So if we see Gilgamesh, they still won't have met face to face. I call loudly for Kotomine, who comes out, takes one look at the victim, and carries her into a back room. Apparently, the only room that's usable as a treatment room is Kotomine's own chambers. I sit on one of the pews. For now, I've done everything I can. It's up to Kotomine whether she'll pull through. I just have to trust him and wait for the outcome. Time passes. I know Saber's waiting for me outside, but I can't just leave yet. Besides, I want some time to think alone. The Mato family turned out to be a bloodline of mages. Shinji became a master with a servant under his command. So can Mato let the family heir fight in the Holy Grail War even though they've lost their power. The Ainsburns aren't the only faction with a fixation of the Holy Grail. Makiri and Tosaka. In fact, people close to the Grail itself are bound to become masters. Even Saber is no exception. The Ainsburns sought the Grail for 1,000 years. I can't even begin to imagine that level of obsession. There are things that require the Holy Grail's power to be saved or healed. My old man defied the Grail and chose to destroy it instead. I can see this through to the end with the same. Can I see this through to the end with the same conviction? They really have to fight, the right to fight in the same wars as the Ainsburns and the Makiris, who have been chasing their goal for hundreds of years.
まさかな。負傷者を連れてこいとは言ったが、その日のうちに連れてくるとは思わなかったぞ。
Thank you for your help this afternoon. In return, I offer you more work.
琴峰
I look up. Kotomine's expression isn't grim. That must mean that the treatment went well. She's like, she died, and I felt nothing.
琴峰あの女の人はどうなった？
持ち直しはした。あとは本人次第だ。ここに連れてくるのが半時ほど遅ければ、今頃は本職に戻らねばならなかったが。
It's like, man, if you got here half an hour later, I might actually have to do my job.
そうか。すまない。世話をかけちまった。あんたが起きていてくれて助かった。
どうした？私に礼を言うとは
It
熱でも
troubles
ある。
me so much.
悩み事なら相談に乗るぞ。
どうだか悩み事なんて山ほどある。それを増やしたのは他ならぬあんただろ。
なんだ、昼の話は迷惑だったか。後押ししてやったつもりなのだが、迷いを増やしただけとは私も反省せねばならんな。
The priest seems rueful, but I can't tell how sincere he is. But I'm not gonna let this awkward silence win.
そのさ、知ってるやつがマスターだったんだ。
I murmur pitifully, unable to keep it to myself. Wow. He's seeking more advice from Kotomine. The priest says nothing. He merely nods in acknowledgement.
当然倒したんだろうな、エミヤシロ。
I answer the short question with a nod of my own.
ならば悔いるな。人間には過去を変えることはできぬ。
I hope you killed that motherfucker.
我々にできることは常に自身の行いを是とすることだけだ。それでも罪を背負いたいのならば、これからの自身の行いに問うがいい。すでに起きた惨事をどう捉えるかはお前次第だ。
The priest is right. Again. The problem isn't that Shinji was a master, or that the Mato and Tosaka families are mages, or that the Ainsburns are obsessed with the Holy Grail. What matters are the choices I make next.
帰る。
They determine the
あの人のこと
routes.
をよろしく頼む。
I stand up and make to leave the chapel. Saber's waiting for me outside. Now that I know that the woman will be alright, I have no reason to stay here.
待てエミヤシロ。一つ助言をしてやろ
なんだよ。長話は聞かないって言っ
I'm
ただろ。
sleepy, let me go home.
う。なに、すぐに済む。こんな夜更けに治療をしてやったのだ。治療代として話に付き合え。
He's like, I did all this for you, man. I was asleep and you woke me up. At least let me hear my words as your payment. Can't argue with that. I reluctantly turn back and stand in front of the priest.
昼に言い忘れたことだ。アインツベルンの望み。1000年の願いを叶えるために彼らは生き続けてきた。なるほど。口にしてみれば大事だ。毛をされるのも当然だろう。
This is why I can't deal with this guy. I haven't even said anything yet, but he hits me right where I'm most uncertain.
うるさいな。また蒸し返そうってのか、お前。
そうではない。私はな、そう意識するほどのことでもないと言っているのだ。そう。特別視する必要などない。この戦いはよくある出来事に過ぎないのだよ。日々の営み、人々の幸福が結晶化したものが聖杯戦争だ。参加すること、殺し合うことに罪悪などない。あらゆる人間は自分だけの望みを持ち、それを果たすために奪い合う。 人間の一生とはそれだけのものだ。大小はあれ、その思考性だけは共通する事項だろう。望みを叶えようとしない人間はいない。無論成否は別だ。人間は己が望みを叶えるために生き、その全てが目的に届かず終わるのだから。物事には順序がある。願いを叶えるためには相応の努力と蓄積が必要だ。そうして積み重ねる徒労を我々は人生と呼ぶ。
It's called life.
聖杯とは単にその徒労をなくすだけのもの。人間の生き方をよりシンプルにしたものが聖杯戦争という殺し合いだ。つまり何も特別なことなどない。7人のマスターは己が人生をもって果たすべき長い過程を聖杯という近道で短縮しようとしているだけのこと。それ以外は何も変わらん。他者の願いを自己の願いで塗りつぶしていくのが人の営みだ。聖杯戦争もお前の人生も変わらない。
The Holy Grail War is life.
お前はお前の望むまま気負うことなく勝ち抜くがいい。
The priest's tone is pleasant. To him, there's no difference between noble and mundane wishes. He doesn't judge the quality of anyone's desires. He's saying that I should follow my heart and trample on everyone else's wishes. I can't tell if he's being sarcastic or not, but what I hear loud and clear in his serious declaration that even a half-baked master like me can find meaning in this war.
らしくないな。あんたが人の心配をするなんて、どんな風の吹き回しだ。
何しなくとも良い話をしたからな。悩みを解きに来た者にさらなる迷いを与えては神父失格だ。
I mean, you kind of are a failure of a priest for, the stuff that you have in your fucking basement. What a piece of work. If Tosaka heard this, he'd say that he's always been a failure. You're a
余計
fucking
なお世話
failure.
だ。じゃあな、衛星神父。
なあ、これに懲りなければまた来るがいい。
Failure lesson and come again. I'll charge you another fee. I snort, turn on my heel, and march out of the church. This time, I really do leave, announcing it with a loud and forceful footsteps. Bye-bye. Oh man, I will say, this episode is a lot better than the last episode. It's just so much more interesting stuff happening. Saber's waiting for me outside the church. Don't think of it, my daytime visit went exactly like this too. Saber patiently waited for me in the frigid winter night. That might be how a master-servant dynamic is meant to be anyway, but she's still here for my sake. I can hope I can repay her
あ
goodwill.
の人助かったよ。セイバーのおかげだ。
礼には及びません。あの女性を助けようとしたのはシローです。私はあなたの方針に従っただけですから。
He gives me a surprisingly kind expression.
いや、そんなことないぞ。あの人を助けたのはセイバーだ。俺だけじゃきっと間に合わなかったし、それに
He let Zoken Mato get away, just to help a victim. If we stopped the old man from leaving, there would have been another fight. The woman was in critical condition and wouldn't have made it. They must have had it in the mind when she let Zoken go.
何ですかシロー。その理由もなく頬が緩んでいるように見えますが。
I'm just realizing that you're like the perfect servant for me.
理由はあるよ。セイバーが思っていた通りのやつでよかった。ありがとうな、セイバー。俺の無茶な方針に従ってくれて嬉しかった。
何を言うのです。私は別に
What
シ
are
ロ
you
ーの
talking
指示が
about?
無茶だとは思ってなど。
そうか。散々甘いだの手ぬるいだの、戦いを何だと思っているのですかなんて言ってるじゃないか。
The way he tried to imitate her.
セイバー、努力はするけど状況次第で方針は変えるって顔してたぞ。
そんな顔はしていません。マスターの身に危険が迫った時は私の判断を優先すると言っただけではないですか。それをそうかなどとよく得たものですね、シローは。
Saber grunts in indignance. Her pouty face looks so similar yet different from the way she's been acting that I can't help but smile.
シロ、どうやらあなたには一度礼節とはどういうものか教え込まなければならないようですね。
あ、機会があったら頼む。けどセイバー、今はそれよりこの戦いを終わらせよう。
え？
俺はセイバーみたいに聖杯が必要ってわけじゃなかった。戦いを終わらせて最後まで残れたら聖杯はセイバーにもらってほしいなんて思ってた。そんな半端な自分でセイバーは本当にいいのかって迷いがあった。
Man, once Shirou realizes what Saber's wish is, they will no longer be very compatible.
そうですか。では今はどうなのです。あなたは今夜自分の意志での戦いを経験した。あなたの考えは変わりましたか？
これが全然。まだ聖杯戦争には納得できてない。けど必ず最後まで戦う。俺には他の連中みたいに聖杯で叶える願いはない。けどさ、誰かを守ること、正義の味方になることが俺の目標だったんだ。それが他の連中に劣っているとは思えない。なら相手が500年だろうが1000年だろうが向こうに回して戦わなくちゃいけないと思うんだ。
なるほど。確かにそれは筋が通っている。では私も今一度誓いましょう。
The Knight's Oath.
あなたが私の主としてふさわしい限り、この身はあなたの剣となる。シローがシローである限り、その期待を決して裏切ることはありません。
Oh man, I feel like the development between Saber and Shirou just escalated in this route because we're still on like basically day 2. I'm just gonna say day 2 of like the stuff past prologue. Actually, no, wait a second. Are we still on day 1? This is still the same day as when we first got into Heaven's Feel. Yeah, this is the first day in Heaven's Feel. We're just at the tail end of it. In the first day of Heaven's Feel, we had so much bonding already.
精一杯努力する、セイバー。
Her honest smile makes me feel a little awkward, so I look up at the sky. The starry winter sky reminds me of a frozen lake. It's so beautiful.
決して裏切ることはない。
I gaze up at the night sky, so far removed from the surface and from tonight's events. Under that same sky, she made a promise to me as if it were the most natural thing in the world. I need to do everything I can to live up to that trust, to stay true to the person that she thinks I am. At the very least, I hope I can look back on this path one day without any regrets. Is that the end of the day, or are we going back home? I think that's the end of the day. I'm gonna play on for a little bit more. Ooh, we're at February 4th. This should be day 5. Heaven's Feel. Omen. Oh man, okay. What's gonna hit me in the intro this time? Whose memories? Oh, nope, it's just the beginning of the day. I was expecting some okay, light pours in. Through my closed eyes, it announces the coming of morning. I roll over in bed, turning away from the lights. I'm still sleepy. Judging from how cold it feels outside, it must be around 5:30 a.m. Early as fuck. I went to bed late last night. By the time Saber and I returned from the church, I sent her off to sleep in a guest bedroom. It was already after 3 a.m. Holy shit, you only had 2 hours of sleep. I don't think 2 hours of sleep is enough. Not to mention, I ran myself ragged yesterday. If I can at least get another 30 minutes of sleep, then I'm watching you, Shirou. Huh? In my sleepy haze, I think I just saw something. It's right next to my futon. Next to me. In other words, something's kneeling there, incredibly out of place. Somehow, it reminds me of a person. It's staring so intensely, it makes me nervous, which means it's...
Saber!
I'm still watching you, Shirou.
何でしょうか、シロ。
なんで俺の部屋にいるんだお前。ちゃんと離れの部屋に案内しただろう、昨日。
I jolt up and start to get out of the futon, but I stop before my lower half leaves the covers. Does that mean Shirou goes to sleep commando? No, must not show my lower half. Oh, there's something that happens in the morning for guys. Let's not talk about it. Guys have to deal with stuff in the morning. I did not see that before I made that comment.
それなのですが、やはり問題があります。部屋には案内されましたが、あそこはシローの部屋から離れすぎています。
ちょっと待った。とりあえず離れろ。いいから離れろ。頼むから離れろ。
Stop, go away, go next door.
俺が離れる。
I start rolling away from her, still wrapped up in my sheets like a spring roll. Uh-huh? Saber watches me curiously. Darn it, doesn't she know that I'm a healthy young teenager? I get nervous enough when she's close to me, but having her kneel next to me first thing in the morning is certainly a doom for my brain cells. It's an ambush guaranteed to wipe out the brave soldiers of my frontal lobe.
シロー、話の続きですが。
続きって部屋のことか。
はい。万全を期すため、私たちは同室で休むべきです。この屋敷の結界は優秀ですが、あくまで警告を発するだけのもの。攻め込まれた場合、あなたを守る盾にはなりません。
Saber's correct, of course, but I wish she'd consider my mental fortitude. If she sleeps in the same room as me, then I might lose my sanity before I lose my life to an enemy. Besides, I can't sleep with Saber 24/7, so maybe we should draw some boundaries. Oh, I forgot! I have to go to school today!
シロー、どうしました？突然顔を青くして。あなたがそのような顔をするときは、決まって良くない提案をすると把握していますが。
well, we can't be together. Because it's not your route. She's sharp. Saber's eyes me suspiciously. Loyalty, oath, nowhere to be seen.
いや、言い忘れていたことがあるんだが。
I take a seat opposite her. Now, how can I convince her to let me go to school by myself? Oh, Her gaze is painfully unrelenting. While my knife rhythmically chops tofu, Saber's sitting in a dignified Seiza posture, staring intently at my face. It's like, I had your food yesterday. I couldn't stomach it because people were staring at me, but I really fucking want more food. I'm going to school like I usually do. We haven't seen eye to eye since I suggested doing so. Saber is against it, of course. He says it's too dangerous to let her master go out alone. I have my own life to worry about. Fujine will get suspicious if I miss class, and I'll never know what's happening outside if I stay cooped up at home. Besides, we might tip off other masters if Saber goes outside. I think it's worth going out on my own to scout the terrain.
マスター同士の戦いは人目を避けるんだろう？なら日中は安全だ。よほど人気のないところに出向かない限り仕掛けられることはない。
Saber disagreed, saying that it wasn't guaranteed of safety. To be honest, I lost my temper at how overprotective she was being, and stubbornly insisted that on going to school, so that's where we are now. Saber's gaze is painful because she's angry at me. Lesson of the day, she knows how to hold a grudge, and she's pretty emotional about it too, so she can be a handful. I better be careful not to get into any shouting matches with her in the future. That's so hard-headed.
何か言いましたか、シロ？
Nothing.
いや、独り言。
Yeah.
この豆腐硬くて。
And I love tofu. And her hearing was too damn sharp. Definitely not the sort of person you'd want to have a cold war with.
あれ、もうそんな時間か。
It's already that time. Already. I saw that, Fate. You didn't correct that. The doorbell rings and I hear the front door open. Sakura announces herself a second later.
そっか。セイバーと長話してたもんだから。
It's your fault,
いつ
Saber.
もより30分ロスしたわけだ。
Still, I'm mostly finished making breakfast. I thought about making sandwiches to make Saber happy, but she didn't look like she was in the mood, so I won't. You're being mean today. Japanese people eat rice. I resist the violence of her gaze by making her follow the old adage, when in Rome. We're in Japan.
おはようございます、先輩。今朝はもうやっつけちゃったんですか？
ああ、だいたい片付けた。おはよう、さくら。藤姉もそろそろだろうから、盛りつけ。
Whoops.
はい。それじゃあ、お手伝いしちゃいますね。
By the way, I beat your bitch-ass brother yesterday. Haha. Sakura sets her bag down in the living room and greets Saber.
おはようございます、セイバーさん。昨日はよく眠れましたか？はい。慣れない部屋でしたが、この屋敷には慣れていましたので、 問題はありません。
But I did not sleep. I was just sitting next to Shirou the entire night, staring at his face. Oh, they're talking. They didn't yesterday, but Sakura seems to have accepted her.
お待たせしました。先輩、どこから仕上げるんですか？
大皿1枚と人数分の皿4枚。サラダは出来上がってるんで適当に盛り付けてくれ。
Wow.
今朝のサラダはジャーマンポテトですか？
You know what they say, when in Germany.
朝から洋食風なんて凝ってますね、先輩。
As she expresses her surprise, Sakura scoops up the large serving of potato salad onto a big plate and garnishes it. I like to object that the only Western thing about this meal is the salad, though. I like to further point out that this isn't a concession to Saber. I just felt like making potato salad. Oh my gosh, she is bouncing.
なんかいい匂い。先輩、ちょっと味見いいですか？
いいけど熱いぞ。あと甘いかもしれない。
Oh. Sakura uses a pair of long frying chopsticks to sample the potatoes I'm cooking.
本当に甘い。これ、玉ねぎの甘さじゃないですよね。
She licks her lips as she considers the recipe. Watching her, I'm surprised. He's gonna be like, oh my god. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. I've seen Sakura taste food plenty of times, but not from this close. Oh, sorry. But from this close, was she always so charming?
美味しいです、先輩。この味付け、気に入っちゃいました。
She must be fond of it because she enthusiastically scoops potatoes into the big plate. That's the usual Sakura. I'm relieved to feel my surprise draining away.
さくら、
はい。何ですか、先輩。
She's the same old Sakura. She's no different than she was yesterday.
シンジは
I stopped just short of asking her what happened after he went home last night. If Shinji has a grudge against me for yesterday, I doubt he would have let Sakura come over. Shinji may be a master belonging to a family of mages, but that has nothing to do with Sakura. He won't be pulled into this war. Still, I worry for her. If something happened that causes Shinji to dump on Sakura all the Mato family affairs, the Holy Grail War, and the fight between masters, then she'll definitely be involved. I have to prevent that no matter what.
いや、なんでもない。
はい。それより先輩。今は兄さんに関わらないでください。
He's really angry for some strange reason.
兄さん、昨日の夜からおかしいんです。気が立っているようだから、先輩にもおかしなことを言ってしまうかもしれない。
I'm just imagining she's so happy today because Shinji got big L. I need to make sure Sakura doesn't know what happened. I know why Shinji's acting that way, of course. He went off the rails last night. He lost his status as a master, and his grandfathers berated him. Considering Shinji's personality, he must be seriously pissed at me. Sakura doesn't know anything. She's ignorant of her brother's situation and her family's secrets. Then, is it safe for her to keep living with Shinji? Shinji hasn't given up. I can't rule out the chance that he might have something to do with he might do something awful to his sister. You know, I'm not sure if I should say this at the moment, but I'm gonna say it now. I've always kind of wondered, like, so the Fate route has three main routes. There's Fate, UBW, and Heaven's Feel. Fate being Saber, UBW being Rin, and Heaven's Feel being Sakura. However, all of them have intricate ties with the Holy Grail War, whether directly or indirectly. I've always wondered what would happen if there was a route where the main girl was someone that is completely irrelevant to the Holy Grail War. How would someone like Shirou navigate participating in this war while also protecting someone that is irrelevant? And although you can make that argument, it's kind of similar to how it is for Sakura, because she's so intrinsically tied with the Mato family, because she's in the Mato family, it's impossible to separate the fact that she is going to be involved in some way. But like, for example, what if Ayako was the main girl for one of these routes? How would Shirou navigate the Holy Grail War while trying to protect her? Because she does get involved. She does get like her magic, or sorry, not the magic, her life force absorbed at one point, which is why she missed school. And there's all these other things. It kind of reminds me of how in Tsukihime there's this one girl who seems like she's going to be relatively important. I believe her name is Yumizuka. It's been a while. I think it's been over a year for me, so I kind of forgot her name. But I believe it's Yumizuka. And it seems like she's going to have some importance. And I do think that she does get like some importance in some routes. But for the overall, like from the piece of Blue Glass Moon, we don't actually get much about her. She's just kind of someone who has a crush on Shiki, and that's kind of it. But it seems like they're going to give her a route when Red Garden comes out. I don't know when the heck that is, but I'm really curious because it's some party that has no ties to like the supernatural that is going to get involved. And here I'm kind of wondering what would happen if Ayako was like a main character for one. I don't know if we'll ever see something like that. I mean, we only have 3 routes, but it does make me kind of curious. I only use Ayako as an example because she already has like some relationship with Shirou, and she's clearly involved with several party members. Not party members, but like she's involved with Sakura because they're in the same club, and she's best friends with Tosaka. So although, you know, she's not going to be directly related to magic, but she will have connections and relationships with people involved with the war. It'll be very interesting. And I don't really know if there are really other people like that. I mean, you could argue Fujimura too, but because she's basically Shirou's guardian, it feels really weird to ship them together.
先輩ごめんなさい朝から迷惑かけてしまっているみたいで
バカ、迷惑なんてそんなこと言うな。
I'm the one causing trouble for you. I should have foreseen the situation after fighting Shinji. I need to think. Come up with a way that Sakura can keep living her life. I mean, I can't really blame Shirou for this. Sure, he should have considered it because he just beat the brother of someone that is close to him. But he was so focused on making sure that Sakura was not involved with the war that he didn't really think about the consequences of what would happen in the war to her, even if she wasn't part of it. To find a way that lets her keep smiling like she always has. Breakfast ends in a gloomy mood. I don't know why, but Fujine never showed up, and Sakura ate in silence the whole time. No, Fujine, where are you? Saber has always been stoic, and I'm not exactly talkative either. We clean up quickly after breakfast, and Sakura leaves 40 minutes early for morning practice.
それじゃあ失礼しますね先輩
Sakura forces a smile and puts on her shoes.
部活あんまり張り切るなよ。この前だって体調が悪いっていうのに無理しようとしただろう。朝練は適度に流して奥でお茶でも飲んでろ。三綴りがなんか言ったらな、俺に貸し1でいいって言い返せ。
それなら首相も喜びます
Like, if you have problems, just blame it on me. She owes me one anyways. The front door slides open with a clatter. Sakura bows, turns to leave, and runs smack into the door. Ah!
Sakura!
I was not expecting that. I wonder what's the point of this. She holds her nose, moaning, "Oh!"
大丈夫か、Sakura? 話出てないか？
大丈夫です
I'm okay.
声優
I
に鼻血
dive
なんて出られたら
embarrassment if you saw me get a nosebleed. Oh! Sakura stands up unsteadily. Surely that accident happened because she wasn't paying attention. Right?
本当に体はいいのか、Sakura? 今のぶつかったっていうより倒れたように見えたぞ。立ちくらみだったら今日は。
おかしいなそんなことないんですよ今のは私の不注意で恥ずかしいですそれじゃあ改めてお先に失礼しますね先輩藤村先生には今朝も先輩のご飯は美味しかったってお伝えします
Fujimura's gonna be so upset. She's like, I should have had dinner. I should have had breakfast there. Why? Why didn't I wake up early enough? Sakura leaves without further incident, trying to downplay my worries. It does look like she's full of energy. If she's tired, maybe it's mental rather than physical fatigue.
信じのこともある。このまま放っておけないよな。
I say that, but I don't have any clear solutions. I can't consult Saber about this, nor can I tell Sakura the truth. Fujine is completely out, of course. Damn it. If only there was someone who goes to the same school as me, I could ask for advice, who would actually know what the Holy Grail War was. If only there was someone who was in my house 2 days earlier, who also went to the same school as me.
そんな都合のいいやつ、ひょこひょこ歩いてるはずないよな。
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, we're at school. Dude, where are we in the flowchart? Oh, we have some branching points here. Alright. I go up the stairs. I managed to get Saber to stay home while I went to school, though my head is still a little foggy.
Emiya-kun?
Alright, Tosaka's like, wait, bitch, you came here alone? There she is. Luckily, the one person I can ask about anything suddenly strolls right up to me.
そう。私のこと甘く見てるってこと。
Tosaka calls out to me. Maybe she has business with me too. Well, good luck! He's like, you son of a bitch. You didn't bring your servant because you thought I was a weak-ass piece of shit? I'm gonna fucking kill you. And meanwhile, Shinji's like, oh man, yay, I can ask her questions. Oh. Okay. Okay, we have 3 options here. Okay. Okay, so for the first thing I'm gonna do, and I will explain why later, is I smell danger. Take shelter in my classroom. I better run away. Actually, what time is this? This is lunchtime. This is... I don't know why we have this thing here, but... school commute, school ready. I don't know. It did say in the logs. I don't remember. I can't tell. I don't think it actually said anything. I mean, I better hurry to class. Asking Tosaka for advice seems like a good idea. But the school's #1 student gives off the aura of a cat ready to tear apart any mice that stray too close. A wise man keeps away from danger after all. Hello, goodbye. He's like, wait, what? I sprint up the stairs as fast as I can.
ちょっと待ちなさい。私の話はまだ終わってない。
If you were talking to me, you should have said something instead of just glaring at me. I run for the hallway, turning to look back at the devil's voice behind me. You look like she's still gathering steam, but nothing could be more dangerous than talking to Tosaka right now. So this was the right call. Bye-bye. I made it. There's still 3 mornings before homeroom starts. Oh, okay, no, it's in the morning. Gotcha. And Fujine isn't here yet. Shinji's desk is empty. It's gonna be tough to face him after yesterday, but I was hoping to talk to him. If he's absent, though, there's nothing I can do about that. Going to the Mato house would just provoke him, so I need to think of another way that won't involve Sakura. Huh? There's another empty seat. He says, no, not my boy toy. I put my bag down at my desk and get ready for homeroom.
お待たせ。どう？今日は朝から新記録でしょ。
I was only 3 seconds late today. Fujine arrives before the bell, which is unusual for her. I'm a little relieved. I thought maybe she overslept since she didn't come over for breakfast, but she's as chipper as ever. Ooh, okay, she's good. She's fine. It's fine. It's chow time. The moment lunch break starts, a boisterous roar goes up from the middle of the classroom. Only the boys are ever involved in the ruckus like this, while the girls avoid them and move their desks into floors. Saitama's in this game, oh shit.
私たちもパスじゃなくていい加減諦めてよ男子。私たちうちの学食はもうゴリゴリなんだから。
That was all auto scrolling.
なんだよ。うちの学食の B 定は最高だろ。コロッケ定食なのに何食べても肉の味しかしねえんだぜ。
I can taste the meat.
まあそれが得なのかどうかは個人の趣味嗜好だけどね。野菜食っても肉の味ってのは正直どうなのよ。
Oh man, if my vegetables taste like meat, I would probably eat them more.
エミヤはどうする？お前が弁当かどうかで学食組が激変するんだけどな。つうか俺のために弁当を作ってくれそうなもし。
My food's fire.
ずるい。それならエミヤ君こっちに来ない？私たちのサンドイッチとお弁当交換しよう。
交換しよっじゃねえよコンビニエンス組が。女のくせに手抜きやがって。お前たちに俺たちの弁当は渡さん。 上等な飯が欲しかったら卵焼きを作れるようになってから言え。
Dude is saying that she got a skill issue. Can't even cook an egg.
卵焼きぐらい作れますよだ。あんなのお湯で温めるだけだもん。ねえ、そうだよね、エミヤくん。
Ah, peaceful. What a nice environment we have away from the Holy Grail War. That's not how you fry an egg. You don't boil it in water.
今の一連の流れ、何から何まで違う。それに俺 今日も弁当を抜きだぞ。
Yeah, but your food's so good. Both Team Cafeteria and Team Takeout jaws drop. It's always times like this when the bitter rivals of our class suddenly become bosom buddies. So peaceful. I have the combo meal that some of my classrooms went on about. The fried shrimp tastes like red meat for some reason, and I grumble about it as I go back to my classroom. He's like, man, this isn't as good as that guy was saying. It's almost 5th period. I sit down and start getting ready for the next class when... What is this? I found a slip of paper in my desk. After school, behind the range, in the grove. I'm not mad about this morning, so come. If you don't come, I'll go home. Well, we do know who this is from. I love how you can actually see like the scratch marks there saying, go home. I did see this in the preview for the flowchart, so yeah. I don't know what to say. The note was written using a ruler grid for character spacing, perhaps to obscure the writer's handwriting.
Tosaka.
It is her, right? After this morning, I can't imagine it'd be anyone else. Frankly, I like to pretend I never saw this threatening note, but the last sentence is particularly concerning. I'll kill you. I'll go home. Oh, that was 100% intentional. I don't feel like responding, but I can see Tosaka's advice. I still haven't figured out what to do with Sakura, so I'll keep my expectations low and go talk to Tosaka. Alright. The school day ends after 6th period. It's time. I don't know what Tosaka's scheming, but there's still students on campus. The Kyoto Club should be practicing until 5 PM, so I could run somewhere that's a lot of people around if it comes to that. Tosaka's a respectable maid, so she shouldn't attack me while there are witnesses around. Miyama is, as the name suggests, a neighborhood built on the mountain pass. It's a hilly area, and there are paths across the smaller hills. Our school is located on one of those hills. The campus was erected on a mountainside, and the area behind it is, of course, undeveloped. Meaning that if you go behind the school, you'll immediately enter a wooded thicket. Actually, let's take a look at the flowchart. So right now we're still here, and as you can see, this goes all the way here. So that's one of the reasons why I chose this first, because this kind of cuts to the end, while these choices branch off, and I'll get into them a little bit later. Then, in the deepening woods, where not even the adventurous athletic club dares to tread. Beyond the shadowy monoliths, I find a monstrous archdemon lying in wait. Oh, she's scary. To be honest, I already want to go home, but she'll definitely come after me if I leave now. Without a doubt, a merciless rain of fire will descend upon my helpless back.
Ah, Tosaka! Kitazo! Nan no you da?
I call out from the edge of the tree line. But by no means should I step into the area where she is. I'm sure that the closer I get, the lower my chances of survival will be. You're right! At least now you can have a head start if you run!
Oi, Tosaka! Kikoenai no ka?
If you don't come over here, I'll yell so that everyone in the school can hear that you called me out here. What is it, for a date? I raise my voice. Here! It echoes. Oh man, I will say after these like 3 months of not seeing Tosaka, I have kind of missed her. Oh, she was so entertaining. She's pissed at me for getting even this close. Her voice echoes twice as loud. Wow! Good trap, Shirou. You got her where it matters to her. Crap, I'm me when I'm around you. Not my fake self. Looks like it clicks her tongue and walks backwards. And I gotta wonder what crawled up her butt and died to even put her in a worse mood than before. It's defenseless. He glares at me. You know, others would be thrilled to be alone with Tosaka like this, but circumstances keep pulling me back to reality. He's a mute in sheep, just like in Quatherin. understand even less than I did a moment ago. Also, that mutant freak doesn't sound like a sheep at all.
まあいいわ。余分なことを話してるほど暇じゃないし、本題に入りましょう。ええ、逃げずによく来たわね、エミヤ君。
Trust me, I really wanted to, but you didn't write that message at the end, and I was really scared.
そりゃな、あんな物騒な脅迫状を送られたら無視できない。心なしか文字に呪いが込められてた気もするし。
I completely forgot that curses were actually real in this world, and that could definitely possibly be a curse in the paper. He pauses for a moment. Bewilderment is evident in her expression.
ちょっと、脅迫状って何よ。
何ってこれ。
I show her a piece of paper I found on my desk.
もう脅かさないでよ。私以外の誰かがエミヤ君をおびき出したのかと思ったでしょ。ほんとあなたも慌て者ね。そりゃ確かにイライラしてたけど、ただの伝言に呪いなんか書けないわよ。
A completely ordinary
それ
letter.
なんで途端にこれ以上ないってぐらい顔しかめてるのよ。
It's completely ordinary. I mean, who wouldn't? For a second, I was afraid that maybe someone else sent it to us, and then we were gonna get ambushed here, but nope, she's just like, yep, that was a perfectly average, normal letter. Osaka actually thinks that this was just a message. I mean, I wouldn't have a problem if it was just her personal aesthetic, but the image of written to Osaka in my mind is completely in tatters now.
もしかして私、無意識にガンドかけてたとか？
Oh no, the gander, the bullets.
いや、手紙自体は問題なかった。けど、誰が見ても脅迫状だぞ、これ。
Oh, the teachers would have
俺以外の奴が
gone.
見つけてたら、間違いなく先生に相談してた。
The teachers would have gone behind the school and be like, who the heck sent this threat? And they see Tosaka, it's like, nah, couldn't be her.
しょうがないでしょ。あんまり時間なかったし、ちゃんとした手紙を送れるほど親しくなってないんだから、要件だけ書くしかなかったのよ。
はあ、けど何も定規で書かなくてもよかったんじゃないのか。それと最後の一行に異様な迫力がにじみ出てる。
それだって元を正せばエミヤ君のせいじゃない。朝逃げられたからそれぐらいしないと捕まえられないと思ったの。だから気を利かせてちょっとだけ気持ちを込めたっていうか。いいわよ。別に脅迫状でも犯行声明でも召喚状でも好きに言いなさい。こうして目的が果たせたなら何よりだわ。
Tosaka coolly turns her back on me. Though I'm glad that she was aware that she wrote that note a little scarily.
いいけど、それより一体何の用だよ、遠坂。こんなところに呼び出して一戦やらかそうっていうのか。
エミヤ君が望むならね。けど勘違いしないで。今はアーチャーが治療中だから仕掛けないだけで、もしアーチャーが健在だったら朝のうちにあなたからレイジを奪ってた。あれだけ迂闊な行動は取るなって言ったのに、ひょこひょこ歩いてるのを見た時は本気でその気になったんだからね。
My eyes widen. So Tosaka's angry because...
遠坂、
Oh, you
俺
worried
のこ
for
とを
me?
心配してくれたのか。
I'm not sure why, but that's what this is all about?
そんなわけないでしょ。私が呼びつけたのは朝のことが気になったからよ。エミヤ君、あの時何か言いかけたでしょ。それが気になったからわざわざ聞いてあげる気になったの。
Aww, she was worried for us. I'm even more shocked. What's gotten into her? I didn't expect Tosaka to seek me out just to let me ask her questions.
何よ黙り込んじゃって。別にいいわよ。私には話せないことなら無理に聞かないから。あなたの顔見たら怒りも失せたし、話がないなら帰る。
いや、待ってくれ、遠坂。
おい。
話はある。むしろこっちから遠坂に相談したかったぐらいなんだ。
なら話しなさいよ。秘密は守るし、力になれることなら手を貸してあげるわ。
Okay, so I thought this would just cut to the end, but it seems like we're still asking a lot of questions here that might cover all the other blank spaces in between. But I've already dug my grave, so let's continue.
その遠坂には関係のない話になるんだが、麻藤さくらって子がいるんだ。さくらは後輩で昔からの知り合いで、その兄貴は麻藤真司って言って、これまた長い付き合いだ。で、簡単に言うと昨日の夜他のマスターと戦った。 そのマスターが
マトシンジが
He's like,
マ
wait,
スターだっ
what?
た。
なあ、あいつのじいさんマトウ造剣ってやつも言ってたから間違いない。でマトウの家はもともと魔術師の家系らしいんだが、遠坂は知ってたのか？
当然でしょう。私が知らなかったこの町の魔術師はあなただけよ。けどそれは絶対にないって思ってた。だってシンジは
魔術師じゃない。魔術使いとしての最低条件である魔術回路がないんだってな。マトウ造剣もそう言ってたけど、それはあくまで魔術師としての話だろう。マスターになる条件は別だと思う。俺だってシンジと似たようなもんなんだ。この際魔術師じゃないとマスターになれないなんて考えはやめた方がいい。
そうで、シンジは倒したの？あなた。
It was easy. He was like a bitch.
あいつのサーバントライダーはセイバーにやられたよ。シンジのレイジも燃えちまって、あいつはマスターで亡くなった。
Okay, so he tells her that it's a command spell book. I wonder if she's gonna be like, command spells can't be in
け
books.
どあいつは諦めてないと思う。それだけでも危なっかしいってのに、あいつの家にはサクラがいるんだ。造剣に聞いたけど、魔術ってのは後継者にしか教えないんだろう。サクラは何も知らされずに育てられた。だからシンジが何をしているかは知らない。このまま知らずにいてくれれば、サクラはマスター同士の戦いになんか巻き込まれないで済む。
そうね。なのにどうしてサクラが危ないって思うのよ、あなたは。
Shinji's a dick.
言っただろ、今のシンジは不安定なんだ。あのままだと一緒に住んでいるサクラだってずっと無関係でいられるかわからない。だから
サクラを巻き込んでしまう可能性が出る前に決着をつけたいっていうのね。それは正しいけど、あなたじゃ無理よ。竜道寺の件もあるし、
Shirou Temple.
他の連中はどうも気な臭い。今回の聖杯戦争は思ったより長引くわ。
So she knows about a matter at Rito Temple, but I mean, did she? I thought we didn't really realize the Rito Temple thing until we interrogated Issei in the other route, or maybe she already had her suspicions. It's been a while, I don't remember. Yeah, Shinji forfeiting as a master and exiting the war would be the best outcome, but it isn't realistic to hope for that. Is he not going to question the Rito Temple where his best friend and potentially lover Issei is? The next best option would be to separate Sakura from Shinji, but...
ならあとは一つだけでしょ。そのサクラって子を巻き込みたくないなら、あなたが保護すればいいのよ。
それは当然考えたけど、俺だってマスターだぞ。家にいたら危険だし、シンジだってよく思わない。それにサクラだって今日から泊まれなんて言われたら嫌がるに決まってる。
はあ、ほんと鈍感なのね。
And you sure are stupid. Be happy if you want. You should
なん
be
で
told
も
her
な
to
い
move
わ。とにかくダメ元で聞いてみなさい。シンジからサクラを守るのも、あなたが他のマスターからサクラを守るのも変わらないでしょ。
Tosaka being the wingman here. Let's
なら
go.
自分で努力してどうにかなる方法を選ぶべきじゃないの？サクラって子があなたにとって大切な人間だって言うんならさ。
It's like, I know I can be best girl, but I'll give it to someone else this time. Tosaka's words strike a chord somehow. It's like getting punched in the head.
そうだな、確かにそれはそうだ。俺が勝手にサクラの気持ちを気にする前にサクラ本人に聞かなくちゃダメだった。ありがとう、トサカ。帰ったらすぐサクラを説得する。ってなんだよ、いきなり黙っちまって。
Oh, she's like, man, I kind of liked you, but now you're going after someone else, so I don't want to talk to you no more.
別に感謝されるほどのことじゃないから黙ってるだけよ。それよりこれで借り作っちゃったわね。シンジがマスターだったなんて情報がもらえるなんて思わなかった。これじゃあ代わりに私のカードも提示しないと。
カードの提示？
Why are you playing with cards? You don't have time for that?
代わりの情報よ。シンジがマスターだったって話は参考になったから、代わりに 私からも新しい情報を教えてあげる。最近街で原因不明の昏睡事件って起きてるでしょ。
Oh, so she'll explain the Realta Temple stuff this
あ
time.
れはサーバントの仕業だけど、そいつのマスターは竜道寺にいるわ。
そういえばさっき竜道寺がどうだの言ってたな。竜道寺ってあの竜道寺か。
ええ、厄介な相手だから手を出すのなら気をつけなさい。あいつら命までは取ってないけど無差
God
別に人を
damn
襲
it,
って
Issa,
るわ。
what you doing there in church?
日に日に強くなっていくから早めに潰したいんだけど、私のアーチャーは誰かさんにやられた傷が治ってないしね。
That wasn't my fault. You were in front of my home. My protector just thought that you were attacking.
ま
Not my
あ、どん
fault.
なに魔力を蓄えたところで一度に使える魔力の最大量なんてたかが知れてるし、しばらくは傍観するけど。
So there's a master in Realta Temple. Osaka must be doing everything she can to stay in the fight without Archer.
話はそれだけ。
Wow, it really feels like the plot is escalating this route. Like we're getting a lot of information early on.
それじゃあさよならエミヤくん。早く帰って可愛い後輩を安心させてあげな
Go
さ
with
い。
your other girl, gosh.
遠坂
Wait, wait.
おい
Try to stop her, but Tosaka ignores me and leaves in the direction of the archery range. Huh? I wonder why. Tosaka was in a foul mood from start to finish, but her initial irritation seemed somehow different from the grumpiness at the end.
下校時刻か。確かに早く帰らないとな。
The bell tolls 5 p.m. The sun will set soon. I have to speak to Sakura, but I should go home soon. I mean, if the clubs end soon, you can just walk home with her, right? Alright, believe we should spawn at Emiya's home. Yep. Right here, probably in the kitchen.
ただいまってあれ、藤姉のやつもう帰ってきてやがんの。
Alright, let's take a look at the flow chart. Alright, we're all the way here. We have some hearts. Apparently, Fujimura is going to be here with Saber for a little bit. But, yep, I am going to go all the way back to the other choice. But I think this is where I'm going to end it for today because that was really long. It was really long. I'm recording for 2 hours. But we did finish up that this day finally. It took a while. And we actually got some information from Tosaka here. Oh, wow. Yeah. Some of these days can get really long. I didn't even know I could zoom out that way. Cool. But yeah, next time I'm going to go back to... You know, I'll just go back right now. Next time I'm going to spawn here. And then we'll talk more to Tosaka about Shinji and Sakura. Because right now we're talking to her and we'll talk to her now instead of later. But we'll do that next time. And until then, I will be seeing you. See ya!